Have you noticed that some days feel different, almost as if the air itself carries another rhythm? September 8th is one of those days. For many, this date brings a shift that can't easily be explained by ordinary reasoning. People report feeling lighter, more sensitive, or even a little restless. It's as though something in the background of life is stirring, pulling attention inward. And this sensation is not just coincidence, it carries meaning. Throughout history, there have been specific times when the human experience feels amplified. It could be a change in season, a cosmic event, or even a collective wave of emotion shared by many. September 8th belongs to this category. It stands out as a threshold, a day when hidden energies seem closer to the surface, when you sense something out of the ordinary. It's not your imagination, it's a signal that your awareness is tuning into a deeper field of possibility. The beauty of such a day is that it invites you to pause. Instead of brushing off the feeling, you can lean into it. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? What message does this shift carry for me? The body and mind are highly sensitive instruments, constantly responding to unseen forces. On days like September 8th, this sensitivity becomes even sharper. Paying attention is the first step to uncovering the meaning. So why does this date matter? Because it's an opening, a reminder that you are more connected to the rhythms of life than you often realize. These subtle nudges are not random. They are opportunities for reflection and transformation. By listening and noticing, you step into alignment with a larger flow. And in doing so, you open the door to change that can ripple far beyond just one day. Life is not just a string of random days. Each one carries a tone, a vibration, and a potential. Some dates, however, seem to stand out more than others. September 8th is one of these. People often sense an undercurrent of energy that makes this day different. It's like standing at a crossroads where unseen forces are quietly at work. This is where cosmic timing comes into play. The universe moves in cycles. Planets align, seasons shift, and energy flows in patterns. While we may not always see these movements, we certainly feel them. Have you ever noticed how your mood changes with the moon, or how your thoughts sharpen at the turn of a season? September 8th falls into this same rhythm. It sets a point where celestial movements mirror inner change, creating an unusual sensation of being out of time. This timing is more than just astrology or superstition. Science shows that our biology responds to light, frequency, and rhythm. Our brain waves, heartbeats, and hormonal cycles adapt to what's happening around us. When these natural rhythms collide with cosmic shifts, people sense something unusual. That's why so many report feeling restless, emotional, or deeply reflective on days like September 8th. The gift of cosmic timing is choice. You can ignore the feeling and move through the day as usual, or you can honor it, using the energy as a spark for change. It's an invitation to realign with your goals, dreams, and deepest intentions. When you notice that the timing feels different, take it as a sign. The universe is whispering, and all you need to do is listen. At the heart of these shifts lies coherence. Coherence is the state where your mind and body are in harmony. Your heart rhythm becomes steady, your brain waves synchronize, and your whole system functions as one. On days like September 8th, people often stumble into this state without even trying. That's why things feel sharper, more intense, or even more emotional. Research shows that when the heart and brain are aligned, perception changes. You think more clearly, your intuition sharpens, and your body relaxes into balance. What's fascinating is that certain times amplify this natural coherence. When the surrounding energy field is strong, your body tunes in like an antenna. It's almost as though you're picking up signals from a wider range of frequencies. This is why you might feel heightened awareness on September 8th. Colors seem brighter, conversations feel deeper, or emotions rise to the surface. It's your system syncing with a broader field of order, and when coherence happens, transformation becomes easier. Your thoughts carry more weight, and your intentions ripple outward more powerfully. So the question becomes, how can you use this? The answer is simple: pause and breathe. Bring your awareness to your heart. Focus on a feeling of gratitude or love. This practice instantly brings you closer to coherence. On a day like September 8th, that practice can feel supercharged. By aligning yourself internally, you tune into the external flow. That's when magic happens. One of the most mysterious aspects of September 8th is the way it stirs the subconscious. The subconscious mind is like a hidden storage room filled with old memories, beliefs, and habits. Most of the time, it runs quietly in the background. But during energetic peaks, this layer of the mind becomes more active. You may notice dreams intensifying, old emotions resurfacing, or sudden insights breaking through. Why does this happen? Because the subconscious is highly sensitive to changes in frequency. When the body is exposed to shifts in energy, it loosens the grip of old patterns. This allows memories and emotions to rise to the surface, not to overwhelm you, but to be released. On September 8th, many people feel unsettled because their subconscious is stirring. What was hidden comes into the light, ready to be transformed. This can feel uncomfortable. You might question why you're suddenly anxious, tired, or unusually reflective. But instead of resisting it, see it as an invitation. Your subconscious is trying to clear space for something new. It's like cleaning out a room. You must first pull everything into the open before you can organize it. The beauty of subconscious awakening is that it gives you a rare chance to reprogram. By being mindful of what surfaces, you can choose to let go of limiting beliefs and embrace new ways of thinking. On days like September 8th, the veil is thinner, and the opportunity for deep change is stronger. What surfaces may feel challenging, but it is always pointing you toward growth. Our brains are not fixed. They are constantly changing, adapting, and creating new connections. This ability is called neuroplasticity. On certain days like September 8th, people notice shifts in their thinking because their brains are more open to forming new pathways. It's as though the mind is more flexible, ready to learn, and eager to rewire itself. Neuroplasticity works like a muscle. The more you focus on certain thoughts or emotions, the stronger those pathways become. But when energy shifts are present, old patterns can weaken and new ones can take root more easily. That's why this day feels so unusual. It's not just a coincidence. It's your brain creating new possibilities for thought and behavior. Think about times when you suddenly felt inspired to break a habit or start something new. Those moments are your brain shifting. On September 8th, that process becomes stronger. The different feeling people report is their brain letting go of rigid patterns and opening space for fresh ideas. It's an invisible reset button that helps you align with growth. To use this gift, practice setting an intention. Be clear about what you want to feel, think, or experience. Even small actions like writing affirmations, meditating, or visualizing your goals can accelerate change. When neuroplasticity is at work, your brain is listening closely. Every choice you make becomes a seed for a new future. We often think of ourselves as separate individuals, but science shows we are connected through invisible fields of energy. Studies on group meditation and collective intention reveal that people can influence each other's states of mind and even physical events. On days like September 8th, these fields become stronger. That's why so many people feel a shared sense of difference. When large groups of people experience heightened awareness at the same time, the collective field grows. It's like tuning into the same radio station. Everyone is broadcasting and receiving similar signals, creating a wave that touches each individual. You may feel more sensitive, emotional, or even energized without knowing why. That's the power of shared energy. This explains why synchronicities often increase during these times. Collective attention amplifies possibilities, making unusual events more likely. When people are aligned in thought and feeling, the world seems to rearrange itself to reflect that unity. September 8th carries this quality, acting as a magnet for meaningful experiences. To benefit from this, align yourself with positive energy. Instead of focusing on fear or doubt, connect to gratitude, love, and possibility. By doing so, you contribute to the collective field in a powerful way. And in return, you'll feel the support of countless others who are tuning into the same vibration. Have you noticed your emotions feeling stronger around certain dates? This isn't random. Emotions are energy in motion, and they resonate with the body's electromagnetic field. On September 8th, this resonance is more intense, which explains why people feel different. Joy feels brighter, sadness feels deeper, and even small experiences can stir big reactions. The heart plays a central role here. Research shows that the heart generates the body's largest electromagnetic field, extending several feet around you. This field communicates with the brain and other organs, influencing mood and perception. When external energy shifts, your emotional field adjusts, making you more sensitive to everything. This sensitivity can be both a challenge and a gift. Some may feel overwhelmed as emotions rise unexpectedly, but for others, it's a chance to heal. Emotional resonance brings hidden feelings to the surface, giving you an opportunity to process and release them. On days like September 8th, the emotional body is cleansing itself. The best way to handle this is to allow emotions to flow. Don't suppress or judge them. Instead, observe with compassion. Write in a journal, talk to someone you trust, or simply sit in silence and breathe. When you accept your emotions, they transform from heavy burdens into guiding signals. Deep inside the brain lies the pineal gland, often called the seat of intuition. It's sensitive to light, rhythm, and energy. On September 8th, people often notice unusual dreams, visions, or heightened intuition. This is connected to the activation of the pineal gland, which becomes more responsive during energetic shifts. The pineal gland regulates sleep cycles through melatonin, but it also responds to natural frequencies in the environment. When energy increases, the gland becomes more active, sometimes producing vivid inner experiences. This is why people report more clarity, symbolic dreams, or sudden insights during this time. For centuries, cultures have considered the pineal gland a bridge between the physical and the spiritual. While modern science studies its biological role, many agree it plays a part in expanded states of awareness. On days like September 8th, this inner antenna seems to pick up more signals, making your inner world more alive. To support this process, spend time in stillness. Meditation, deep breathing, or even sitting quietly in nature can stimulate the pineal gland. Avoid overstimulation like constant screens or stress, and instead invite silence. In that quiet, the pineal gland opens the doorway to intuition and inner wisdom. Reality is not as solid as it seems. At the smallest level, everything exists as energy, vibrating with potential. This is the quantum field, a space where infinite possibilities exist at once. On days like September 8th, this field feels more accessible, as though the boundaries between thought and reality become thinner. When you set an intention, you send a signal into the quantum field. Normally, it takes time and repetition for that signal to take form. But during energetic peaks, the field seems more responsive. That's why people often notice faster manifestations or unexpected opportunities on days like this. It's not magic, it's alignment. Imagine tossing a stone into a calm pond. The ripples spread evenly and reach far. That's what happens when your thoughts and emotions are clear on September 8th. The energy of the day acts like still water, allowing your intentions to travel further with greater impact. To make use of this, be intentional. Focus your mind on what you truly want, not on what you fear. Even a few minutes of clear visualization can set powerful ripples into motion. This is a chance to align with possibility and open the door to new realities. One strange effect of energetic shifts is the sense of emptiness. Some people call it the void. On September 8th, you may feel detached, restless, or like nothing makes sense. This isn't a sign that something is wrong, it's actually a stage of transformation. The void happens when old patterns fall away, but the new ones haven't yet formed. It's like standing between two worlds. You're no longer who you were, but not yet who you're becoming. This gap can feel uncomfortable, even confusing, but it's necessary for growth. Think of it as the pause between breaths. Without that space, the rhythm of life would not exist. The void creates room for something new to emerge. It's the universe's way of clearing the stage before the next act begins. On September 8th, this feeling may appear stronger, reminding you that change is in progress. Instead of resisting the void, embrace it. Sit with the emptiness, knowing it's temporary. Use it as a time to rest, reflect, and reset. Often, the most powerful breakthroughs follow the quietest moments of stillness. Have you been feeling tired, restless, or even achy around September 8th? These physical sensations are signs of energetic detox. When the body adjusts to higher frequencies, it releases stored tension, stress, and emotions. This process may feel uncomfortable, but it's actually cleansing. The body is intelligent. It stores unprocessed emotions in muscles, tissues, and even the nervous system. When energy rises, these old imprints are shaken loose. You may notice vivid dreams, sudden fatigue, or unexpected mood swings. It's not random, it's your system clearing itself out. Energetic detox is like spring cleaning. Dust rises before the room becomes clear. The same is true for your body and mind. The discomfort is temporary, but the result is greater balance and freedom. September 8th often triggers this process, which is why so many report strange physical or emotional shifts. The best way to move through it is with self-care. Drink water, rest, and practice grounding activities like walking in nature or deep breathing. By supporting your body during detox, you allow the energy to move smoothly and leave you feeling lighter. Have you ever seen repeating numbers, run into someone unexpectedly, or had events align in a way that felt too perfect to be random? These are synchronicities, and they often increase on dates like September 8th. They are signs that your inner state and outer reality are aligning. Synchronicities happen when you are in tune with the flow of life. Your thoughts, emotions, and intentions shape your perception, drawing matching experiences to you. On energetic days, the field becomes more responsive, making these coincidences more frequent. These moments are messages. They remind you that you are connected, guided, and supported. When unusual patterns appear, take note. Ask yourself what they mean in the context of your current life. Often, synchronicities confirm that you are on the right path. The key is awareness. If you dismiss these events, you miss the guidance they carry. But if you pay attention, they become markers on your journey, pointing you toward alignment and growth. On September 8th, the universe may be speaking more clearly than usual. All this talk of energy and transformation is inspiring, but what do you actually do with it? September 8th is an opportunity, and the best way to use it is through simple, grounded practices. Start with meditation. Even 10 minutes of sitting in stillness can align your mind and body with the day's energy. Another tool is journaling. Write down how you're feeling, what you're noticing, and what you want to create. This turns vague sensations into clear intentions. By putting thoughts on paper, you give them structure and power. Gratitude is also powerful. When you focus on what you appreciate, your emotional field shifts instantly. This raises your vibration and aligns you with positive outcomes. On days like September 8th, gratitude acts like fuel, amplifying your intentions. Finally, connect with your heart. Whether through breathing, visualization, or simple awareness, return to the center of your being. This is where coherence begins, and from here, transformation flows naturally. Energetic gateways are perfect times to release what no longer serves you. Old patterns, limiting beliefs, and negative habits can feel heavier than usual on September 8th. That heaviness is a signal that they are ready to be let go. Breaking patterns begins with awareness. Notice the thoughts you repeat or the actions you take that no longer align with who you want to be. Instead of judging yourself, simply observe. Awareness itself begins the process of change. Once you see the pattern, replace it with something new. If doubt arises, choose trust. If fear takes hold, choose courage. Small, consistent choices rewrite your subconscious and reshape your reality. September 8th provides the energy boost to make these changes stick. Remember, transformation is not about fighting the past. It's about choosing differently in the present. Every time you choose growth over limitation, you carve a new path. And over time, that path becomes your new normal. So why does September 8th feel so different? Because it's not just another day. It's a moment of heightened energy, where your body, mind, and spirit are more open to change. From brain coherence to subconscious awakening, from emotional resonance to synchronicities, every layer of your being is tuning into something greater. This shift is not meant to overwhelm you. It's an invitation. It asks you to pause, to notice, and to choose with awareness. Instead of brushing off the feeling, embrace it. Use it as a reminder that you are deeply connected to the rhythms of life. When you listen to these signals, you step into alignment. You begin to see that life is not random, but full of meaning and possibility. Every unusual sensation, every synchronicity, is a doorway to transformation. As September 8th unfolds, remember you have the power to shape your reality. The energy of the day supports you, but the choice is always yours. Step forward with intention, and let this be the day